Welcome to today's expensive Connoisseur World numismatic journey, where we explore one of France's notable small denomination coins, the 1960 to 20 centimes coin from the French Fifth Republic, inscribed with the timeless motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, and the signature of famed engraver Lucien Georges Bézard Lagriffoul, often referenced simply as Lagriffoul. This coin holds not just monetary value, but also rich historical and cultural significance. Let's examine it in great detail, its design background, minting history, symbolism, and current market value in extra fine condition. The 1960 to French 20 centimes coin was issued during a pivotal time in French history, shortly after the establishment of the Fifth Republic in 1958, led by Charles de Gaulle. This was a time of modernization, post-war recovery, and political restructuring. The coin reflects the values of the Republic: liberty, equality, and fraternity, a national motto first adopted during the French Revolution and firmly entrenched in all aspects of French civic life. This motto is clearly engraved on the reverse side of the coin, circling around the main design. Let's begin with the obverse. The front of the coin bears the head of Marianne, the national symbol of the French Republic, representing liberty and reason. Marianne is adorned with a Phrygian cap, a classical symbol of freedom and emancipation. The portrait used here is a work of the renowned sculptor Lucien Bézard, whose name appears subtly as Lagriffoul, marking his contribution to French coinage. His representation of Marianne is graceful and allegorical, the strength and dignity of France embodied in a feminine profile facing right. On the reverse, we find the denomination 20 centimes prominently displayed, with the date 1960 to just below. Surrounding this are the olive branches and wheat ears, universal symbols of peace and agricultural prosperity. At the top is the proud motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, which translates to liberty, equality, and brotherhood. The balance of artistic elegance and symbolism speaks to France's commitment to Enlightenment ideals and post-war. Rebuilding. The coin is made of aluminum bronze, which gives it a golden hue and lightweight feel. Specifically, it is composed of 92% copper, 6% aluminum, and 2% nickel, measuring 23 millimeters in diameter and weighing 4 grams. This composition made it durable, economical, and suitable for everyday use in the 1960s. Now, turning to mintage figures, the 1960 to 20 centimes coin had a substantial production run. Over 104 million pieces were minted, making it common in circulation at the time. However, coins in extra fine XF or uncirculated UNC condition are becoming increasingly sought after by collectors, especially those preserved with original luster or minimal handling wear. In XF condition, the coin's fine details, like the texture in Marianne's hair or the clean lines of the wheat and olive motifs, remain sharp and aesthetically pleasing. So what about market value today? In 2025, a circulated 1960 to 20 centimes coin is typically worth 30 cents to $1 US, depending on condition. However, coins in extra fine condition can command between $3 and $6, and in uncirculated or mint state, the value may rise to $10, $15, or more, especially if the coin is graded and slabbed by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Coins with proof-like surfaces, or from error batches such as off-center strikes or planchette flaws, can command a premium, with rare collector interest rising. Occasional auction values up even higher. In terms of historical legacy, this coin is more than a small monetary token. It is a time capsule of the French Republic's identity, carrying the visual and symbolic language of freedom, civic unity, and democratic values. It is often collected as part of educational sets, French Fifth Republic series, or European pre-Euro coinage collections. Since France adopted the euro in 2002, coins like this are no longer legal tender but have gained a new life in the collector's market as nostalgic emblems of a changing era. To sum up, the 1960 to 20 centimes Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité coin stands as a beautifully crafted representation of French ideals, crafted by Lucien Lagriffoul and steeped in cultural heritage. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, owning this coin means holding a piece of French history in your hand, a history of struggle, unity, and triumph symbolized in bronze. Thanks for joining this detailed exploration. If you enjoyed this video, be sure and ring the bell icon for more in-depth coin history and valuation stories from around the world. Until next time, vive la numismatique! The next step top to an in-depth exploration of a historical French coin that embodies the national spirit and numismatic craftsmanship of its era, the 1970 20 centimes coin of the Republique Francaise, designed by the famed engraver Lucien. Georges Lagriffoul, a notable artist whose name is forever etched into French numismatic heritage. This coin is a testament to the post-war French identity, carrying the timeless motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, meaning liberty, equality, and fraternity, inscribed proudly along its obverse, not merely as a motto, but as a symbol of the ideals born from the French Revolution and carried forward through decades of political evolution. The 1970 issue of the 20 centimes coin is struck in aluminum bronze, giving it a radiant gold-like luster and a lightweight feel. Measuring 23 millimeters in diameter and weighing 3.04 grams, this coin showcases a finely balanced design, easily identifiable. Among collectors and scholars, on the obverse, the coin features the national emblem of the Republic, with a right-facing profile of Marianne, the personification of liberty and reason, wearing a Phrygian cap, a classical symbol of freedom. Below her bust, the artist's signature Lagriffoul is subtly engraved, validating its artistic origin. Around the bust is the proud inscription Republique Francaise, elegantly styled and deeply struck. The reverse is dominated by the denomination 20 centimes prominently placed in the center, with the date 1970 directly beneath. The inscription Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité arcs gracefully along the top half of the coin, while the bottom part is surrounded by a decorative wheat stalk and olive branch design, the wheat symbolizing France's agrarian strength, and the olive branch representing peace. This pairing of agrarian and pacifist symbolism reflects the values of post-World War II France: peace, productivity, and unity. The edges of the coin are smooth, providing a contrast to the finely detailed engraving. This 1970 edition came during the presidency of Georges Pompidou, a time of modernist economic growth and European cooperation. Though not rare in circulation, as millions were minted, its value for collectors depends on condition XF to UNC, luster, and mint strike. A coin in extra fine XF or better condition can command moderate collector interest, particularly in themed collections or among fans of Marianne iconography. Its real value, however, lies not in monetary terms, but in its symbolic and cultural richness. It captures a snapshot of France in 1970, confident, evolving, and proudly Republican. This coin is part of a broader series of decimal coins introduced post-World War II to simplify the French monetary system. Eventually, this series would be replaced by the euro, rendering the franc and centimes obsolete by 2002. However, coins like the 20 centimes 1970 live on through collectors, historians, and admirers of vintage European currency. Its material may be humble, but its message is enduring. Owning such a coin is like holding a small disc of history, a reminder of the eternal values that France aims to uphold: freedom, equality, and brotherhood. The engraving by Lagriffoul is admired not only for its clarity and symmetry, but for the way it brings Marianne to life with a serene but powerful presence, reinforcing the strength and dignity of the French Republic. So whether you're a numismatist, a history buff, or simply someone enchanted by the tales coins can tell, the 1970 20 centimes coin is a beautiful artifact to explore. Its artistic merit, historical context, and ideological symbolism make it a fine example of mid-20th century French coinage, worthy of study, admiration, and preservation. The next up, top 3, the 1976 French 20 centimes coin, bearing the national motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, stands as a shining tribute to the core values of the French Republic: liberty, equality, and fraternity. Issued under the governance of the Fifth Republic, this coin was minted during a period of relative peace and economic reconstruction in France following the upheaval of earlier decades. The coin belongs to a series that was first introduced in 1962 and remained in circulation until the euro's arrival in 2002. Struck in aluminum bronze, the coin has a diameter of 23 millimeters, weighs approximately 3.96 grams, and exhibits a beautiful golden hue that sets it apart from other contemporary small denomination coins. On the obverse, we see the elegant figure of La Semeuse, or the sower, a recurring national symbol of the French Republic, striding leftwards sowing seeds, as rays of sunlight beam behind her. This powerful imagery, inspired by Oscar Rodé's original design, conveys growth, hope, and productivity ideals central to post-war France. The artist's style has been carefully retained, and in this edition, the coin is signed with the name Lagriffoul, referring to the respected French engraver Georges Lucien Bézer, or more accurately to Raymond Joly, who refined the engravings for modern minting. The reverse side is equally striking, featuring the denomination 20 centimes boldly inscribed in the center, with the year 1976 at the bottom and the surrounding wheat ears and olive branches intertwining around the edge, representing the harmony between agriculture and peace. The national motto Liberté Égalité Fraternité crowns the top, encircling the coin like a timeless banner of Republican values. The edge is smooth, a standard feature for this denomination. While hundreds of millions of these coins were minted, making them relatively common, their charm lies in their artistry, symbolic meaning, and representation of a stable post-Gaullist France in the 1970s. Coin collectors, especially those interested in European numismatics, find this coin particularly attractive for its historical significance, aesthetic design, and its role as a cultural artifact. In terms of market value, a circulated 1976 20 centimes coin may not command a high price, often between 25 cents to $1 but specimens in uncirculated or extra fine condition XFTUNC can fetch up to $5 to $10 or more, depending on preservation and mint mark. More than its monetary value, however, the coin serves as a miniature time capsule from a pivotal period in French history. It bridges the revolutionary spirit of the 18th century with the progressive ethos of modern France, symbolized by the enduring message of Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité. As such, the 1976 20 centimes coin is not just currency, it's a beautifully crafted emblem of national pride, civic values, and artistic tradition, cherished by historians, collectors, and those who appreciate the silent stories told by coins of the past. The next up top for the 1996 French 20 centimes coin is a small yet historically and culturally rich piece of numismatic significance, embodying the ideals and artistic legacy of modern France. Minted under the enduring values of liberté, égalité, fraternité, liberty, equality, and fraternity, this coin represents the spirit of the French Republic. The obverse side proudly features the national personification of Marianne, an allegorical figure who stands as a symbol of the Republic, democracy, and secularism. This version of Marianne is the creation of designer Laurent Lagriffoul, a talented engraver whose modern interpretation adds an elegant, flowing dynamic to the image. Marianne, with her Phrygian cap and determined gaze, evokes the revolutionary soul of France, reminding citizens of the hard-fought freedom earned through centuries of struggle. Surrounding her is the legend Republique Francaise, engraved in graceful yet firm capital letters. On the reverse, the denomination 20 centimes is boldly presented, flanked by the year of issue 1996, with a stylized wheat ear, olive branch, and oak leaves woven into the design symbols representing agriculture, peace, and strength, respectively. These motifs collectively honor France's rural heritage and enduring resilience. Also inscribed is the famous national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, first introduced during the French Revolution and now etched into the national consciousness. Measuring 23 millimeters in diameter and made of a Nordic gold alloy 89% copper, 5% aluminum, 5% zinc, and 1% tin. The coin has a soft golden hue and a reeded edge, lending both elegance and durability. It was part of the Fifth Republic's decimal coinage, introduced after the franc reforms of the 1960s, and remained in regular circulation until the euro replaced the franc in 2002, while over 150 million of these coins were struck in 1996, making them fairly common in everyday transactions. They now carry nostalgic and collector interest as tokens of a bygone monetary era. For collectors, a 1996 20 centimes coin in uncirculated or extra fine condition can still fetch modest interest in the numismatic market, particularly those with high luster and crisp details. It serves as a reminder not only of France's economic history, but also of its unyielding commitment to human rights and republican values. Each coin is a tiny monument, a piece of metal that carries with it centuries of history, ideals, artistry, and pride, making even the smallest denomination a testament to the grandeur of the French Republic. The next up, top 5 deep dive into the numismatic history of a fascinating coin, the 2000 French 20 centimes piece, a beautiful symbol of modern French identity and European heritage. This coin, like many from the late 20th and early 21st centuries, stands as a bridge between France's traditional values and the continent's move toward economic unity under the euro. On the obverse, or front side, we find the majestic figure of Marianne, the eternal emblem of the French Republic, designed by Lagriffoul, a noted French engraver and medalist. Her portrait is deeply symbolic. Marianne wears the Phrygian cap, representing liberty and revolution, a nod to France's powerful past. Her profile is confident and forward-looking, gazing into the future, framed by the inscription Republique Francaise, reminding us of France's proud political history as a republic. The reverse of the coin features the timeless national motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, Liberty, Equality, Fraternity, a revolutionary slogan that originated during the French Revolution and has since remained a cornerstone of French identity. This motto arches gracefully above the denomination 20 centimes, with delicate olive branches and wheat stalks decorating the edges, olive symbolizing peace, and wheat standing for prosperity and the fruits of labor, struck in Nordic gold. An alloy of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin, the coin has a warm golden color that stands out in any collection. With a diameter of 20.25 millimeters and weighing 5.74 grams, the coin is well balanced and durable, ideal for daily circulation yet finely crafted enough to attract collectors. In the year 2000, this coin was produced in the final years before France transitioned fully to the euro currency, which began circulating in 2002. This gives the 2000 issue a unique place in French monetary history. It was among the last series of French franc coins ever minted. These coins were produced in the Monnaie de Paris, the historic Paris Mint, one of the oldest institutions in France, operating since 864 AD, while the mintage for the 2020 centimes is relatively high, in the tens of millions, high grade. Specimens in uncirculated or extra fine XF condition are increasingly sought after by collectors today. Coins with full mint luster, sharp detail on Marianne's features and the inscriptions, and no circulation marks can fetch significantly more than their face value, especially when found in coin sets or as part of the official mint issues. Moreover, coins still bearing the original reddish golden hue from the Nordic gold alloy and free from toning or oxidation are prized for both aesthetic and historical reasons. It's also worth noting that while many coins were used in everyday commerce, a growing number of collectors now preserve these late Franc-era coins as part of pre-Euro historical collections, making even modern coins like this one a small but significant artifact of Europe's financial transformation. The combination of national symbolism, high artistic merit, and historical relevance ensures that the 20 centimes 2000 Republique Francaise coin continues to be appreciated by historians, educators, and hobbyists alike. Whether you're interested in French revolutionary ideals, artistic coin design, or just curious about currency transitions, This coin is a wonderful entry point. So next time you come across a humble 20 centimes coin dated 2000, take a closer look, because in your hands is not just a piece of change, but a piece of France's enduring legacy. Stay tuned as we explore other coins from this era, the designs behind them, their cultural importance, and their rising appeal in today's numismatic market.